Hi, I'm Mike Kwiatkowski. I am the writer and director for the Cleveland Vampire, which is a project that I'm trying to raise money for. Our goal is $15,000. The movie is about three siblings who move to the suburbs to get away from urban violence and decay, only to be attacked by a vampire. What you get by donating, besides what you see in the sidebar panel, is the chance to help fund an independent project, the chance to help keep film alive as a storytelling medium. You get the chance to make vampires scary again, because without disrespecting a lot of the movies that are out there now, I feel that vampires have kind of been turned into this romantic uh, subgenre, which, while it might work for certain audiences as a pure horror vehicle, tends to go ahead and detract from that. So, what we're going to try and do is, if you'll pardon the pun, put the bite back into vampires and really give them their teeth back, so to speak. So, if you want to be a chance to be a funder of this, help restore the vampire subgenre, and also to help keep film alive as a medium, feel free to hit the donate button. Uh, you'll get a lot of really cool stuff out of this, but also your chance to help make movie history with this. The Cleveland Vampire is based on an actual vampire legend from England dating to the 1600s, specifically the 1650s when Oliver Cromwell was in charge. What happened then was that King Charles had betrayed the country to the French basically to try and keep his crown, and he was executed. And so for about 9 or 10 years, England was actually a commonwealth uh, ruled by Oliver Cromwell. So there was a lot of violence going on throughout the country as the royalists tried to take the country back from the Commonwealth, and so people were displaced. They had to get away, but violence just kept following them. So it seemed kind of a nice parallel with what's going on today in the United States, where no matter where you go these days, it seems there's always some form of violence, whether it's a school shooting or a movie theater shooting or fights breaking out in school, wherever. You just can't get away with it. So people run away to the suburbs thinking that they can get away from all that, and it just follows them right there. Well, I've got two influences for this project. Three, actually. Three influences. John Carpenter, specifically Halloween, because he was able to use the element of darkness and suspense rather than relying almost exclusively on blood and gore to make his point. So I wanted to capture that look. I was also inspired by George Romero. He was able to put a lot of camp into his movies without taking away from the horror of what would come later. And then, of course, are the old Hammer horror films, which were a big, big influence on my thinking as I grew up, because that also had a level of camp to it, but it also made vampires really true monsters in a way that Universal had not made them. What makes this project different from other vampire films, especially today's vampire films, is that I'm looking to make vampires scary again. Before Bram Stoker, vampires were harbingers of pestilence. They brought sickness and death to entire communities, whereas today they've become kind of like these romantic figures, and mostly whiny emo boys and girls that sparkle in the sunlight, and that just never happened. If you're looking to appeal to pre-adolescent girls, that would work. But if you're looking to actually scare people, you really want to go old school. And I think uh, Vampire Tales before Bram Stoker really make vampires into monsters that you can truly be frightened of. All right, there are some things that I just was not able to film the first time around because this was my film school project, and because of the budget and the time that we were afforded to shoot, I had to cut a lot of scenes out that were in the original screenplay that I would like to have filmed, and there were shots that I had to cut out because I had to save on film and money. So I wanted to go ahead and go back and redo the film. And then uh, the unthinkable happened in that the flash drive that I had all my editing files on got lost. And that pretty much killed any chance I had of going back and editing without having to start completely over. That means getting it telecinied, getting the files back onto a computer, and it's just too much work. So I want to go back and start over, make the whole movie that I wanted to make, and then really show people what I can do with this genre. Well, one of the things that I enjoy as a student employee at Cleveland State is access to the sound, lighting, and camera equipment here at the Digital Video Communications Department. Uh, so whereas I otherwise might have to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars trying to rent or buy the equipment that I need, I can go ahead and use the equipment that's here at Cleveland State for the film program. Having had the experience of going through the film program, I know, things about lighting, shot composition, uh, editing that a lot of people just starting out may not know. So there is that also. Well, the biggest thing I need for this project right now is money. I need money to pay for cast and crew. I need money to pay for film, which is quite expensive. Development, telecine, all of that is going to cost, several $1,000s. So right now, I'm going to uh, try and ask for this amount, uh, $15,000, which you can donate on the sidebar. And once we raise that money, then we can get the film stock. We can get the money set aside for development and telecine, which is uh, taking the film and converting it to a digital format that I can edit digitally and then burn to DVD. Well, assuming we get all the money raised that we need to, then what we'll be able to do is get the movie shot. I plan on having about a week's schedule to shoot the film, uh, probably over spring break, so that we'll have a week to shoot. And then from that done to the edit to getting it developed, that'll probably take another week, and then to the editing phase. So we're talking about maybe 2 months total. All right. The reason people should donate to this project, besides that I want you to, is that by donating to this, you are helping to kind of breathe new life into the vampire subgenre of horror. Lately, I think there's been this trend to make vampires into this kind of romantic uh, figure that, while it may tell a good romance story, but as a horror vehicle, it doesn't work out so well. So what I kind of want to do is take this and really bring the genre back to basics. And so by donating to this movie, you are getting something that hasn't been done in quite some time, and probably going back all the way to the Hammer horror films of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. But what you'll also be getting by donating is for people who donate up to $100, you will be able to get your name in our Facebook page. For people who donate between $100 and $500, not only do you get your name in the Facebook page, but you also get your name in the credits as a funder and a copy of the DVD when it comes out. You also get, if you donate over $500, which is really good, you will not only get that, but you will also get signed autographs from the cast and crew, your name in the credits, the DVD, and also your name on the Facebook page. We also plan on taking this to the film festival circuit once it's finished, so that, if you're one of the people who gets your name in the credits, then you can say that, hey, I was one of the people who funded this movie, and now people are seeing it. So that's a lot of bragging rights right there.